welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'll be sharing with you a henna recipe that I came up with and I've been using in my regimen for over 2 years. For this video I'll be using NAPPY henna, which is 100% pure henna. Now I normally don't use this pack. I'm used to using another one that I'll show you a little bit later. This one is 120 grams and usually goes for 350 Kenya shillings. Now the one that I'm used to is this one from the same brand, but it has the goodness of 9 herbs, guys. So let's get into the herbs in just a minute, because this one, I love this one, but it has been discontinued for some reason. It does contain hibiscus, brahmi, shikaikai, methi, neem, jatamansi, aloe vera, bringraj, and amla. You see, guys, all those goodness in one pack plus henna. This has got to be like the perfect henna combo for me, but it has been discontinued, so we have to make do with what we have. I'll be transferring the henna into this glass bowl for measurement purposes, because I'm not using like exact measurements here. I'm just using bowl portions, which will be easy for you to follow if you want to replicate this recipe. Now let's get into the benefits of henna. Henna does strengthen the hair strands as it mimics a protein treatment, in that it fills the gaps in the hair strands, making it stronger and more resilient. It coats hair strands, making them thick over time, and you will notice volume the more you use henna on your hair. And just like a clay mask or a mud mask, henna does clump, curls, and coils, enhancing definition. Now you can use henna to cover up your grays. It can be used as a hair dye. It'll give you this brownish reddish hue. And due to its antibacterial and antifungal properties, henna does create a good environment on the scalp for healthy hair growth. I like mixing my henna with onion and garlic juice, and let me tell you the reasons why. Onion juice does provide extra sulfur for stronger and thicker hair strands. As we all know, sulfur is part of the building blocks of hair. Selenium, which is a mineral found in garlic juice, does provide extra nourishment by stimulating blood flow, and you know, when blood comes to your follicles, it's extra nourishment. Yes. They both have antimicrobial properties which fight against scalp infection such as dandruff, and this in turn makes your scalp a healthy environment for healthy hair growth. Garlic juice does cleanse the hair follicles, strengthens it, and prevents clogging, which in turn fights against hair loss or hair fall. And they both contain antioxidants that protect against free radicals. In addition to onion juice, I like mixing my henna with black tea, and let's get into the reasons why. Black tea is high in caffeine, which is a DHT blocker. Now, DHT is an enzyme that is responsible for hair fall, and in turn, you end up shedding less, which is always a good thing. You keep more hair on your head. Now, caffeine also stimulates blood flow for extra nourishment. Yes, we all know that anything that stimulates the scalp, increases blood flow, means extra nutrition for your follicles. If you want to darken your hair, black tea can be an option because it does contain tannins in there, and I feel like it pairs so well with henna, especially if you want the color, the dye effect on your hair. With regular use of black tea, you end up strengthening and thickening your hair strands, and that's always a good thing. Always. Now that I've explained my power trio, let's recap. onion juice for growth stimulation, black tea to mitigate shedding, and henna for strength and resilience against breakage. Now, I can't sing praises of my power trio without giving you the possible side effects, so let's get into it. Henna and black tea stains the hair, so if you have light hair or colored hair, you might want to stay away from these two ingredients. Henna and black tea can cause dryness, and it's important to follow up your henna gloss treatment with a moisturizing deep conditioner. They all have a smell, but the one that stands out the most has to be onion and garlic juice. They have a pungent smell, but I feel like in this mixture, the smell kind of dies down a little. You can still smell it, but it's not that strong. Make sure that garlic and onion juice doesn't get into contact with your eyes because they do sting. And when this happens, just rinse your eyes with water, and eventually the stinging effect will go away with time. They all have a potential of being irritating to the skin, so it's safe to do a patch test. You can do this behind your ear or in your inner arm. Make sure to do them separately so that you can find out which one you are allergic to. Tannin in tea can hinder iron absorption, so if you're iron deficient or low in iron, I suggest you stay away from tea until you recover. On the flip side, vitamin C does encourage iron absorption, so you can switch your tea with orange juice or anything that gives you vitamin C. Too much of something can be dangerous, and when it comes to caffeine, that's no different. Too much caffeine can have a reverse effect by reducing the hair growth rate, so it's advisable not to use it regularly. I would say you can use it twice a month. And if you want to have tea in your spritz bottle, I suggest you go for tea that has less caffeine, such as green tea. Now it's time to mix them all up together, and I go in with the henna first. I don't pour it all in, I leave some to the side just in case my mixture is runny. I can add to make it thick. Next, I go in with the onion and garlic juice because I want it all in my mixture, all of it. I can play around with the tea, but onion and garlic juice has to go in. I'm mixing all that up with a plastic fork. I didn't get my plastic spoon, I don't know where it went. But then my preference is a wooden spoon, so I'll be looking out for that, because you know, once you are used to mixing bentonite clay, you know you're not supposed to use anything metal. So I want to invest in in wooden spoons. Next, I'm adding black tea, and with tea I just want to add in bits because I'm checking on the consistency of this mix. Now guys, this is a henna mix and not a gloss yet. I'm going to mix it later on with something else to turn it into a gloss. For now, I want the mixture to be nice and thick. I don't want it runny because I'm still going to add some more things to it, so I'd like it to be nice and thick. So I ended up using the entire bowl of black tea, and I also added the remaining henna. Seems like the whole 3 portions were just right because they gave me such a nice thick consistency. I'll be storing my henna mix in this 300 ml plastic container. Now, if you've seen my original video, you'd know that I used to store in a 150 ml container, and now we're just doubling. Like, see the progress? My hair is getting longer, it's getting thicker, and it needs more product, which I am not complaining. My wallet is complaining, but I'm not complaining. I do freeze my henna mix because it just makes life easier. Anytime I want to do a henna gloss treatment, I do not have to go through this entire process, and that has helped me sustain this hair routine, because if it wasn't for freezing, I don't think I would be able to keep up with my henna gloss treatments, and I do this twice a month. I can see how thick my mixture is. I love it. And normally I would get 4 containers full of this henna mix, but now that I'm using a bigger container, I'll have to add my henna so that I can make more mixes, a bigger batch, so that I don't have to mix it over and over, just like I said before. This is the portion of henna that has remained, and I want to show you how I turn it into a henna gloss. I use Okra Gel to turn my henna mix into a gloss, and Okra Gel has a lot of benefits, so let's just get into it. Okra Gel is rich in vitamins, magnesium and folate that nourishes hair follicles. Okra Gel is also rich in amino acids that provides a natural light protein treatment, making hair stronger and resilient to breakage. And finally, Okra Gel forms a protective and reflective layer on the hair strands that makes it frizz-free, silky and super shiny. It's kind of like a substitute to silicones, right? Be careful not to add too much Okra Gel, because this can be so runny and it will be running all over your neck, all over your face. It will be so annoying. So make sure your henna gloss, now it's a gloss, is nice, still has a nice and thick consistency, kind of like a pancake batter. Other ways you can turn your henna mix into a henna gloss, just in case you don't have Okra Gel with you, you can add regular conditioner, your favorite conditioner that has slip. You can add that into your henna mix and it will turn into a gloss. Another way you can turn it into a gloss is by using natural oil, so olive oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, sweet almond oil, all those good oils can turn your henna mix into a henna gloss. And then finally, you can use botanical gels, which is what I used today. You can use flaxseed gel, you can use aloe vera gel, and you can use Okra Gel. Now, I've tested out all these options, and for me, I found that Okra Gel just gives me that extra nourishment and extra conditioning that my hair actually needs, because you know, henna can be so drying. So yeah, but you can feel free to experiment and use what you have on hand to make it work for you. And in case you're wondering, can't I just use the henna mix by itself? Yes, you can, but it is so drying and it's something that you shouldn't do regularly. So if you want to use like henna mix by itself, you'll have to give yourself like 4 to 6 months in between henna mix. But for henna gloss, you can do it regularly, because now you've added some conditioning, properties that will help you use it regularly in your regimen. Now I transfer the henna gloss into this applicator bottle for easy application. I find it that it's just less messy, because trust me, this process is messy, I won't lie to you, but having an applicator bottle like this one does help you apply the henna gloss better. And guys, this is a tomato sauce bottle. Yes, I just took out that card thing that holds the cap, and this is what I use to apply my henna. So it's not a fancy bottle, it's just a tomato sauce empty bottle. Though you can see it well, this henna gloss is a little bit over half the bottle, and that's the amount that I need nowadays for my henna treatments. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to share this video and give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Mwah. Bye guys.